future. So the power is here, and the power shouldn't stay here. We need to make sure we bring our voices, we bring our action out of this room into the world and continue to push for women leaders and the support that is required as we move through, because AIDS is not over, and so the fight continues on. So with that, I just want to say thank you, always with you, and this place.
Anger to one another. We share the frustration of it. How we then are able to pull our shoulders back up and say, okay, you've heard me, eh? I've passed it on to you. You've picked it up and thrown it out, and now I can stand back up. So really, I think the circle of support is one of the biggest things, and I think the reason why at UNAIDS we know how important it is to support, even with our little bit of money. You should see us in the office scrounging with our money. Sometimes, you know, Catherine is like, okay, so are we able to support ATHENA a little bit? We're like, Cynthia, we may have $2,000. So it may be small amounts, but even those small amounts, I think, make a difference. For me, the issue of resilience is also about resourcing. It's about resourcing us in ways that enables us to stay the course. But it's also about how to find who our allies are. Who are our allies at this time? Yvette, who is still standing with us? Where are they? And who will stand with us when it's the toughest time? Because we are in the toughest season now. And are we going to be able to continue to lean on each other as much as we can, resource-wise? And I mean resources in terms of all kinds of resources, whether it's technical or it's skills or it's financial. But I just want to tell you from us, this is such an important area of work that we will continue to mobilize. We will continue to find allies who can help us to help and continue this support that we have for you. So resilience is a school of hard knocks. It's what's the title of your book that we did with you? We said ATHENA. We supported ATHENA to prepare this book called Hanging in the Balance. So when I was looking at the title just now, and I saw this hanging in the balance, and I thought, I think you're doing more than hanging in the balance, ATHENA and sisters, because you've shown real resilience at this time. You've been able to continue to mobilize even when the going is so tough. And so we should continue to level up, because the more that we're able to show the information, the research that the young women leaders had done on Education Plus, brilliant stuff, the more we can level up, the stronger we can stand, because we can show with evidence. So I think evidence-based tools that we can show make a huge difference for us. But resilience for me, net is a sisterhood issue. And so, you know, this is my brother Fode here. I also cry on his shoulders. So I do want to say, as we have this young man who was here, that we also stand with our brothers, because they stand with us when things are hard.
Brilliant. And with that is how we move forward. And the masters too cannot be used to bring the master's house down. But we must learn about the master's tactic for us to be ready to counter the master. We said yesterday in our strategic plan, and thank you so much for all of you who came. We have to stay ahead of the pushback. Most of the time we've been hiding, not hiding, but we've been trying to be strategic. And yes, we are strategic, but that also means saying some things are not negotiable. Our existence is not negotiable. Our rights is not negotiable. Our treatment is not negotiable. Our health is not negotiable. We are women, we are girls. We also pay taxes to our government. And I'm angry because my government decided to sign that compact. But as angry as we are, we shake ourselves up and go back. You saw the Gen Z Kenya in Kenya. So our president, I'm sure he's used to our energy. And I'm sure he's ready. And we are also ready, right? Tear gases don't move us. Neither do funding cuts. Neither do this pushback that is coming. But we also know we stand on strong shoulders of leaders who came before us, of women who are bold before us, and we don't take that lightly. We're not just holding the line, we are pushing the line forward.
And all not travel. And she was in the room. And we sent her our statement and she read it for us. That is what women do.
That's right.
That's what women do. We don't ask questions. We just do if the marching orders are for women. I also want to acknowledge the young people in the room. Young people! There is no baton, but this space is yours. There is no inheritance that we will leave for you, but you guys must fight. You must fight. You must make sure that those who come after you don't wonder, when did you get silenced, right? So you guys start building your own tables. Ask me how to write a proposal, a constitution. Don't ask me when am I going to retire. It's none of your business. Okay? So, I also want to acknowledge the young people of APHA. Siviwe Koita Oyama, please stand up. I have a special thing for these young girls. These young girls, when the funding cuts came, I was in tears because I did not have their 500 stipends anymore. 500, and that's the gains that we've made. What is happening with the list of countries can be any of our countries, and those countries are here today at PICASA. That list of countries you saw, you might think it's not my country, but it's a country of somebody who's here. So when
I forgot this, let me say it. And I said it when I was given the award that she talked about, and I want you to go with it. That today we've been able to save young people from HIV as mothers through mother-to-child transmission services and programs. But we are likely going to have the same children that we struggle to bring on earth negative, being HIV positive. Prevention is not on our agenda. So we need to fight that. That so many years that we have worked hard should not just go because prevention is not on the agenda.
That's right.
yes, yes, yes. She is a prevention advocate. So Kate, over to you to give us words of wisdom on how women, because me and you have conversation all the time, is that we need not to use the dangerous tools of the system for the feminist agenda. For her immense wish for us to come together as women of the world.
Greetings. Hello. Hey. Thank you so much, Yvette. Thank you to Tendai, Lillian, Ma Cecilia, and of course, my sister Anjali, and all of you who have organized this year's Women's Networking Zone. I know how difficult and challenging it has been, and I know how rewarding and how important it is for you to see the faces, hear the voices, and connect with the energy and the spirit of everyone who will take advantage of this zone for the next few days. And I say, so yes, let's give a round of applause and gratitude. I say how I know because we typically would host Women Now. Women Now has stood with ICASA since 2017 as the women's pre-meeting, where we focus in on the intersections of sexual and reproductive health rights and, yes, justice through a solidarity lens, building, learning, working, loving, and supporting each other regardless of the different issues we are dealing with in our own communities. They are all the same across the board. Still today in the United States, Black women and women of African descent represent nearly 60% of the HIV epidemic in women in the U.S. And we are only 13% of the entire population of women in the United States. Most of us live in the southern region. So if you connect a different South to South, the U.S. South, if you know, is also where we survived slavery, where we survived Jim Crow, where we are now surviving a whole new effort to erase us, to deny us, to neglect us, to diminish us, and yes, to kill us. When Yvette talks about our criminalization, it is not just HIV criminalization. It is the criminalization of being poor.
Young feminists, I have friends there, young feminists, we will stand, and this fire will keep burning.